Yo, 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 yo. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to week 3 of the NPBF Season 8 D League Weekly Draft Analysis. I am your host, Nate, coach of the Baltimore Honchkrows, here to bring you another thrilling week of draft reviews, draft analysis, and just overall great commentary. This week was absolutely nail biting. So many games that came down honestly to just a few plays. I want to say one thing before we get into the very first match. The level of skill that has come through D League over the last, we'll say, 5 seasons has been absolutely remarkable and is a testament to the type of environment that the commissioners of the NPBF seek to thrive in, seek to build. We by no means are, high off our own, what's the word I'm looking for, stench, nor do we like to toot our own horn, but being someone who is in charge of oversees all of the battles, make sure things are done properly, I can honestly say that this season has been by far one of the most competitive, and we're only on week 3. We still have 9 more weeks until we get to the playoffs. And honestly, there's not many front runners. There are not many people that I can say you have a clear shot to the playoffs. There are some that have been absolutely phenomenal. There are some that one week kind of come up short. Next week, they come out swinging. So this league is looking like it's going to be a week-to-week type of league. But enough of me rambling on. In addition to this weekly analysis, another video will follow this talking about week 4, now that we are out of the divisional matchups, and what to expect over the next coming weeks as far as D-League content is concerned. I've been wanting to do a kind of weekly progress report for the D-League, kind of like how Jeff does for the main league. That way you guys are getting exposed to the battlers in the D-League. Because at the end of the season, at least 2 of these guys will move up to the main league. So, once again, enough of the rambling. We have, for our very first game, David and the Rillagoons taking on Colin and the Infernal Blazers. So Colin has brought the Mega Gardevoir, the Jirachi, the Salamence, the Primarina, the Rhydon, the Crobat. David has brought the Mega Charizard X, the Rillaboom, the Tapu Lele, the Nihilgo, the Skarmory, and the Vikavolt. All right, gentlemen, let's see it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yikes. Ooh. Ooh. That hurt me. And this isn't even my battle. I don't know if... Yikes. Alright, Salamence with the dual wing beat. Okay. Got the Bolt switch. Alright. We got it boosting. Ooh. Okay, pause. Folks, the absolute one thing you do not want to do is, if you have something that is boosting in front of you, like an Ultra Beast, you do not want to go ahead and try to set up on it. Nihilgo just did 50% to Primarina before it did its Calm Mind. It healed up to 57. This Nihilgo more than likely will be able to take down this Primarina. I don't know what the EV investments are on this Nihilgo, but if it gets a crit, or this Primarina decides to go ahead and Calm Mind again, this could be game over. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay. Second mistake. There was absolutely no reason to click Moonblast. Absolutely none. This Primarina more than likely has Liquid Voice as its ability. After that Calm Mind, you live the Grass Knot. There is absolutely no reason why a water move was not clicked or Hyper Voice, because Hyper Voice becomes water under Liquid Voice. Wow. Wow. All right, got the switch. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now we getting into a little bit of the switches. Boom. Down goes the Jirachi. Here comes the Gardevoir. Here comes the Nihilgo. Ooh. I mean, we've always known Gardevoir to be I'm not one to force people to play the way I play. Nor am I one to, for lack of better words, tell people to always play offensively. Even though Tapu Lele got the Shadow Ball crit, Gardevoir should have attacked. Gardevoir did 70 on the Tapu Lele switch in. If it switches, you click Hyper Voice. Literally, Hyper Voice hits everything on the switch in. It doesn't matter. If Rillaboom came in, boom, Hyper Voice does chunk. It's doing chunk damage to everyone. It kills Lele, by whom is one of the biggest special attackers on this team currently. So, literally, setup has costed Colin 2 Mons. If he doesn't try to set up with Primarina, Nihilgo dies. If he doesn't try to set up with Gardevoir, Lele dies. It's basic battling 101. You may not be faster than your opponent, but then if the opponent doesn't kill you, you kill it. Down goes Crobat. And now where was Scald earlier? The burn is nice, but it's too little too late. Losing Crobat when Nihilgo should have died earlier in the match was an absolute well, okay. First and foremost, GG David on your 6-0 victory. You definitely stuck to your guns, and you made all the right moves, you made all the right pivots. Some a little bit more costlier than others, but overall, you didn't lose anyone. So good job on the 6-0. Colin, I want to say this. Every week, you know, I'm not the best battler in the world, but critical plays like those where Nihilgo should have died to Primarina, Lily should have died to Mega Gardevoir. If Nihilgo dies, Crobat's able to tank Rillaboom. You don't lose Crobat to Power Gem Nihilgo. You're able to recover Mega Gardevoir and take down Skarmory and Vikavolt. I'd say a lot of errors were made in this match. But I have nothing but faith in you. I've seen you battle before. I know you can shake this off and rebound next week. So, again, GG, gentlemen. And let's go ahead and move on to our next battle. All right. For our next battle, we have Angel in the Golden State War Turtles taking on BK and the Portland Toxicroaks. As of late, BK has been on a tear through the league. He has definitely stood out as one of the more renowned battlers coming into this league, straight off the street. Angel's a little bit more refined. He has his strategies. I trust him to execute. But without further ado, BK has brought the Mega Pinsir, the Spectrier, the Zapdos, the Blissey, the Ditto, and the Nidoking. Angel has brought the Zygarde, the Victini, the Mega Charizard Y, the Venusaur, the Togekiss, and the Mudsdale. I'm expecting Chlorophyll Weather Ball shenanigans from Venusaur. And on the other side, I'm expecting Spectrier to take full advantage of the fact that once it drops Victini, there's not much outside of Mudsdale that's going to be able to one-shot it. I mean, he has Zygarde, but Zygarde isn't going to be able to take an Ice Beam from Nidoking or, want to get hurt by anything that Blissey, wants to throw out. Angel also doesn't want to set up because Ditto's waiting in the wing. So this looks like a pretty good match. I'm excited to see how it plays. Scorching Sands. Oh, ooh, I like that. Scorching Sands. All right, bring up Mudsdale. Rocks. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay, folks. First lesson. Under absolutely no circumstance, none at all, do you swap out on a Zapdos when you already have a ground type in. As you saw, Zygarde is now poisoned. If I'm Angel, I'm trying to preserve Zygarde over Mudsdale. Only because Zygarde has setup. Zygarde has Dragon Dance. Zygarde can hit flying types with ground type moves. So my objective would be to preserve Zygarde as much as possible and kind of let Mudsdale be the one to kind of take the hits. Not only that, Mudsdale's ability makes him defensively stronger. So it helps if he's the one taking the hits because he's going to get defensively stronger and therefore be able to take physical hits from, Blissey, Mega Pinsir, because I'm almost positive Nidoking and Spectre are special attacks. Coil Zygarde. Saw that coming. Yeah, having rocks is an absolute problem. Beautiful, beautiful read. Beautiful, beautiful read. All right, let me tell you, folks, the absolute brilliance of what BK just did. As it stood, BK brought out Nidoking, clicked Sludge Wave on Togekiss. Cool. Togekiss default. After that, Angel has 1, 2, 3, 4 Mons that are weak to Ice Beam. Now, he could go Sludge Wave again, but he has to risk running into Charizard and Venusaur, who both have pretty good defenses against poison. But Ice Beam, if he swaps into Venusaur, boom, that's a chunk. Zygarde, boom, that's a chunk. If Togekiss stayed in, boom, Togekiss is dead. So clicking Ice Beam was the absolute ideal play, and he executed it to perfection because he now has the ideal matchup he's after. Yep, this is... All he's gonna do is wait out Sun. That's all he's gonna do. There goes Zygarde. Alright, once he's at full health, Scale Shot Zygarde. Teleporting Zapdos. Thousand Arrow. Okay. See, having Dragon Dance would have been better. No, why would you sack off Charizard? Charizard's not going to be able to kill this. Let's see how many Fire Blasts. Yes, 4 more Fire Blasts. So Charizard already dead. That's the end of it. Now we're at Chlorophyll Venusaur. Ooh, there it is. There it is. He got what he wanted to do, but this is the end. Charizard's dead. Togekiss is dead. Zygarde's at 57% with Aura Break. Zygarde is dead now. Textbook cleanup. First, want to say GG, coaches. Once again, BK, you are making a name for yourself. Congrats on the 5-0 victory. I have absolutely no complaints about the way you played. I will say I probably would have sword danced. I probably would have sword danced with Mega Pinsir when Zygarde lived, because Zygarde was at 7% and Zygarde didn't really have anything that was going to be able to take you down. Thousand Arrow wasn't going to kill you. So definitely well played either way. You're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. Angel, hazard removal. Hazards. Not having hazards on your opponent's side of the field stopped you from being able to get the momentum you were looking for. I would probably look into getting a spinner, or putting boots on Togekiss so Togekiss isn't also taking rocks damage. Good luck to you, coaches, in your next week battles. And we are going to go ahead and move on to our next match. All right. Our next match, we have Kieran and the London Ludicolo taking on Matthew K and the Brooklyn Mantykes. Matthew has brought the Dragapult, the Mega Aerodactyl, the Sylveon, the Heatran, the Rotom Wash, and the Kling Clang, while Kieran has brought the Cursola, the Mega Camerupt, the Buzzwole, the Crawdaunt, the Tapu Bulu, and the Celestella. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, if Crawdaunt dies, Matt K could potentially win this with just Heatran. 100%. I'll say Crawdaunt and Mega Camerupt. If those two die, he could potentially win this with just one. So Kieran definitely has an uphill battle to definitely bring. As we all know, Mega Aerodactyl's fast, Dragapult's fast. So this team already is faster than the other team. So let's see what the result was. Ooh, already. Yeah, he should not want to take too many more of those. Oh no. Okay. He gets a pass. He gets a pass only because he chose Earth Power. Good prediction. Good prediction. Nice. Got Harvard fun. Uh-oh, you got a dancing crab. Ooh, Lord. Sorry, folks. Had to quench my thirst. That double KO was nice. Pause. I appreciate Endure. I really do. Endure only works if you're faster than your opponent. That's the only way it works. Honestly, Endure was just a waste of power, a waste of time. Turn before, Meteor Beam, boom, pop the bubble, got good chunk damage on Heatran. The following turn should have been an attack. I understand you guys are trying to predict your opponent's switches and, try to see what other moves your opponent has. Sometimes it benefits just going after the kill, because even if it doesn't kill, it weakens it for the next person. And it doesn't put them in too much of a bind, because even at 43%, Lava Plume can still do a lot of damage. Alright, force the switch. Close combat Buzzwole. Leech Life, there we go. Boom, Beast Boost. Nice. Take advantage of your opponent's setup. Beautiful. But we saw that coming. This is not going to end well. Gonna do it? Nice. Getting good, folks. This is getting good. Does he not have... He doesn't have leftovers. There we go. I'll think at least see. Okay. So... Gotta keep the front. Oh, the critical. The critical. Now goes up. Okay. Oh no. Well, you can't play that any better than you did. Couple of questionable choices, but all in all, GG coaches. Congrats to you, Matt K, on your 1-0 victory here in week 3. Kieran, I would probably look to utilizing Cursola other ways. Endure is crafty. I'm not going to say it's not, but sometimes it's not worth losing that turn when you could potentially swing momentum into your favor. Only gripe. Otherwise, predictions were good. Planning was good. You really went more for, trying to get those kills this time around, and, it shows. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next match. All right. Game 4, we have Floyd and the Baltimore Corvin Knights taking on Ben and the Sasimakas. Floyd has brought the Dracovish, the Tapu Fini, the Dual Blade, which is a new addition, the Enti, the Tornadus, Theron? No, Tornadus Incarnate. My mistake. And the Serena. Ben has brought the Stunfisk, Jinx, Bioplume, Blacephalon, Drapion, and the Zygarde 10%. I'm curious to see how this plays. Nice. Alright, got rocked out. Good job. Pause. I want to check something. I want to see if it gets what I think it gets. Okay, it doesn't. Carry on. Now the time is at 2x special attack with lefty. It's gonna keep. Yeah. This is dangerous. Ooh. No. So, Floyd, I understand Water Pulse, trying to predict Blacephalon switch in. You click Moonblast. Moonblast kills Drapion. Good read by Ben. Yikes. See a reverse switch. Well, GG coaches. Congrats, Ben, on a 2-0 victory over the Baltimore Corviknights and Floyd. I want to say you played well with your team. You predicting getting hazards up when you did, those moments is what made this a game. Floyd, you prepped well. Unfortunately, just a couple of costly mistakes. I would say type charts. Definitely knowing what will affect more. I understand why you click Scald, but based on the mons that he had left, no matter what he did, Moonblast was the play. Because Moonblast still cuts a swath through Blacephalon, drops Zygarde, drops Drapion that was in front of you, and even if Moonblast doesn't do anything to Jinx, 3 out of 4 is still much better odds of cleaning it up. But I wish you coaches best of luck in week 4, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our next match. Okay, before I click play on this match, I do have to give this disclaimer. While I am going to play this match and give my commentary, this match ended up being a disqualification for Tyler and the Orlando Magic Carps. Gen 8 Sword and Shield removed a lot of moves from the game. And every season we double check those moves just to make sure, they're on the list that are banned because they were removed from Sword and Shield. Every season, the commissioners talk amongst ourselves to decide whether or not we're going to allow them for the season and for the foreseeable seasons. This season, while Main League was doing Gen 6, it was decided that the banned moves would stay banned. So that means no return, no hidden power, no frustration, none of those moves. Unfortunately, Tyler did use a banned move, and that move did have a significant impact on the match overall. So while we are going to play the match and discuss it, Lewis was awarded the 6-0 disqualification win based on the rules set forth. I have no gripes. I'm a reasonable person. If you make a mistake and the mistake isn't a major one to where it does have a major effect on the match, most of the time the commissioners will allow the match to be recorded as played, as the infraction did not have a significant importance. We're human. We make mistakes. I'm not going to harp on it. It happens. So, without further ado, Lewis and the Guard Champs have brought the Reggie Draco, the Charizard, the Starmie, the Scizor, the Landostherian, and the Amoonguss. While Tyler brought I believe he has Mega Diancie. Let me double check. Yep, he has Mega Diancie, Corviknight, Latios, Chansey, Snorlax, and Incineroar. So, let's watch the match, and let's talk about it. It is at this point that I would have swapped to a Amogus and put it to sleep. There we go. There we go. Alright, that should give him a little bit more breathing room. So all he has to... Oh, no. Yep. Pause. Okay. So in the rules, it is stated that whenever a banned move is used, the match will be stopped and it will be recorded as called. Unfortunately, Tyler used the move return with Snorlax and it ended up killing Regidrago. So, Lewis would be awarded a 5-0 instead of a 6-0 as Landers died turn 1 before the infraction occurred. So, let us continue. As you see, folks, Lewis doesn't have much to beat Curse If not for return, because let's be honest, Ethan would have killed Regidrago. If not for return, this is a clean match. Pivots were on point. Literally everything Tyler did outside of using return put him in prime position to win this battle. Which is why, I say I can't really harp on the fact that he used return, because the moves he did prior to clicking return to kill Regidrago, without return, Tyler had this match under control. He did. 100%. He had this match under control. Now Tyler knows that there are other moves that can be used in place of return until it does come back into the game. But even body slam against anything is going to have the same effect as return. Might be a little bit weaker, but at times to attack and times to defense, you're killing everything. So, I am still going to say GG to both coaches. Tyler, we've already talked. I have absolutely no worry that you're not going to bounce back from this. You've already showed that your prep and your planning and your team building and your strategies and your match playing far exceeds the mistake that you made. You are human. I can't fault you. I'm not going to rag on you. I definitely look forward to seeing your match next week. Lewis, you were outplayed. Just from turn 1, losing Landers to Ice Beam Latios, that was one of the biggest things that hurt you. Also, you brought 3 mons that were weak to Ice Beam. I would probably look to try to diversify, your weaknesses. That way, an opponent doesn't have to just bring 1 mon to kill half of your team. That's the only gripe I have. Both of you are still doing really, really good in the league. So I wish you luck in your next matches. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our next match. All right, people. We have Ivo and the Spectral Space Dragapulse taking on Trey and the Toxtricities. So, Ivo has brought the Pelipper, the Mega Swampert, the Regieleki, Ferrothorn, Shuckle. You don't mess with the Shuckle. And the Grimmsnarl taking on Trey and the Dusknoir, the Lurantis, the Azumarill, the Volcarona, the Mega Lopunny, and the rock legend himself, Obstagoon. Already, bad matchup. Nope. 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 I would have switched. There's absolutely, Regieleki is going to Volt Switch out because A, it's the fastest thing in the freaking game right now. That's not a Mega. Like, it is ridiculous how fast they made Regieleki. So you already know it is going to Volt Switch to get out of there because it's fragile. I would have swapped into Dusknoir and let Dusknoir take that hit. Just my 2 cents. Alright. Fake out. Okay, we got good damage. Ooh. Okay. I've seen a lot of people run lefties instead of rocking the helmet on Pharaoh. How weird. Alright. Is it going to be enough to outspeed Mega Swamp? Yes, it is, and that's the kill. Nice. Shuckle. Fuck with the Shuckle. Good protection. Nice taunt. Metron. Guys. Okay. Ooh, good read. I like that. Alright. Leaf Storm. Okay, Contrary Lurantis. That doesn't kill it. This does. We're at 3x. Thunder. It lived. Oh. Nice. That crit. I don't think Toxic is going to be enough. I don't think Toxic is going to be enough to kill it in time. Okay. Grimmsnarl took care of it. Obstruct. Spirit Break. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, honestly at this point, Shuckle is just, he's biding time. Yeah, Shuckle only has knockoff as a move, so at this point we're just watching. Alright, because we know that this isn't gonna really last much longer, we're gonna go ahead and pick fast. Alright. GG coaches. Good job, Trey, on netting a 3-0 victory here in week 3. To both coaches, I have absolutely... The prep was solid. Outside of that first turn mistake that you made, Trey, both of you played well. You made predictions. I would say the turning point in the game was the Lurantis not dying to Hurricane and killing the Pelipper. That definitely changed the game because at that point, it killed everything that it needed to kill. It dropped the Mega Swampert got dropped by Volcarona. Pelipper got dropped by Lurantis. So yeah, GG coaches.
Great match overall, and we'll go ahead and move on to our next match. All right. Here we have Matthew C. and the Memphis River Kingdras taking on Callum and the Carterton Carnivines. Callum has brought the Hitmonchan, the Mandibuzz, the Mega Sceptile, the Stoutland, the Gourgeist, and the Duraludon. While Matthew C. has brought the Klefki, Quagsire, Cressella, Mega Tyranitar, Dracozolt, and Mega Venusaur. Let me double check one last thing. My mistake. Tyranitar is not the Mega. Mega Venusaur is. Interesting. I wouldn't have expected to bring it to this matchup. Anywho, enough of my callous mistakes tonight. Let's watch the battle. Protect. Ooh, good read. So down goes the board. There's the Duraludon. First turn, but okay. Nice. Left here, of course, lives that. Down goes the Duraludon. So I wonder if does Klefki not have Trading Kiss? That's weird. Hitmonchan. Ooh, the Mist Toxic. Okay, he landed Toxic this time. Ooh, with this death drop. This has to be Sam Dracovish. I mean, not Dracovish, Dracozolt. Pause. Okay. So, one thing I do always say every week is make sure you are double checking what all your opponent's Pokemon do. I guarantee you, if Matt double checked what Sceptile does, he clicks Earthquake instead of Bolt Beak. I know he was trying to catch the Mandibuzz, but at this point, Callum is trying to position himself into the best position to win, and going into Mega Sceptile, knowing that Dracozolt had Bolt Beak was perfect timing. With advance. Dracozolt. of there. Right now, this is a game of attrition. Because there it is. Go ahead and kill it. Now you get hit watch here. And that is the game. So because we know that Mandibus is toxic, I'm going to go ahead and click fast. I want to say it's going to be a whole lot of recovery. Okay. GG to both coaches. Matt C, great 5-0 victory here in week 3. No complaints. Actually, I take that back. No major complaints. Only thing I can say is just make sure you're double checking what all of your opponent's Pokemon do pre and post Mega. That will save you a lot of time when it comes to clicking the right move. And it'll kind of help when it comes to predicting. Callum, don't really have any major complaints. You played it to the best of your ability, and it just things didn't fall into place for you. I do appreciate you continuing to attack instead of roosting and not making this, 33 turn battle into like a 78 turn battle, because Mandibuzz just won't die. But GG to both of you. I wish you luck in your week 4 matches. And now we're on to the game of the week. So, shockingly, my battle versus Logan and the Alabama Arcaniners was chosen by majority of the commissioners to be the game of the week. Of course, I won't reveal who voted for them, who voted for what matches. But I will say that Matthew C's battle, along with David's battle, both were in contention to be game of the week based on how the commissioners voted. But majority of them voted for my battle with Logan to be the game of the week. And honestly, it was one of those battles that there was a lot of pivoting, there was a lot of planning, and a lot of maneuvering to try to get into the best conceivable position. So, without further ado, I introduced Logan and the Alabama Arcaniners, who has the Sceptile, the Garchomp, the Sableye, the Magmar, the Mega Medicham, and the Tornadus Therian, taking on my Mega Scizor, my Tapu Koko, my Haxorus, my Gastrodon, my Galvantula, and my Darmanitan Galar. All right, let's see why the commissioners chose this to be the game of the week. Good prediction by Logan to get the flamethrower out. And boom. Pause. So, I know that this is Regenerator Tornadus. So, because I know Sableye isn't the Mega, no matter who came out, I needed to poison something. I didn't expect Tornadus to come out. It was a welcome surprise because that prevents him from continuing to jump out and jump back in and not take any repercussions, after he comes back in. So, as you saw, I am running Mirror Coat Gastrodon. Gastrodon has great special defense and defense, and when you build upon it, Mirror Coat and Counter both work wonderfully when it comes to catching opponents off guard. this was not meant for Tornadus. This was meant for Sceptile. Just putting that out there. Alright, Tornadus went ahead and poisoned me back. I went ahead and got the burn on Sceptile, which was great for me. And then I went ahead and switched into Darmanitan G. The flinch was depressing. I was a little upset. More than likely, it was Pokemon Karma from burning the Sceptile on the first shot. So, you take what you can get. Hurricane missing was huge. It wouldn't have killed Scizor, but it would have done decent damage to me. I was going to knock off regardless, even if he had switched. So every time he switched, I just clicked Scald. It was the easiest play. I recovered. Yeah, I'm trying to play it. It was stupid on my part because I thought I could live it, and I didn't think that I would. But I still left Gastrodon here. It happens. So this is just me cleaning up. That 1% was everything. Of course, we spot punch Magmar. Folks, when I tell you, when I saw it belly drum, I had the biggest heart attack. Remember, Galvantula's at 35%. It is already shown Mach Punch. If I don't kill it, it will kill me. Belly Drum Magmar, by far the most cleverest strategy I have seen in a while. That caught me off guard. And I don't get caught off guard much. But let's go ahead and continue the battle. All I did was dance. I danced to the Magmar, and then because of the Toxic, I immediately read that it was going to be protected. Immediately. Like, I knew it was going to happen. First and foremost, GG to you, Logan. Clever play. I will say, not having Bullet Punch or even Fake Out on Mega Medicham was weird. You not having Fake Out on Mega Medicham and Bullet Punch were probably detrimental. Only because Fake Out kills Haxorus. Bullet Punch drops Coco in one shot. And honestly, I'm almost positive Bullet Punch drops Galvantula at 35%. So I would look to including those moves in Mega Medicham's arsenal as, you know, they're 1-2 punches. Kind of like Mega Lopunny, how Mega Lopunny, as soon as it Mega Evolves, Fake Out. Boom, chip damage. Fake Out kills
mons at low health like Haxorus to stop their sweeping. Um, like if you ever need to stop a mon from sweeping, have a fake out mon. Even if it lives at 1%, fake out or priority will end the sweep and potentially put you back in a position to win. I honestly thought you had bullet punch and fake out on Mega Medicham. I did, 100%. Because Coco doesn't live a bullet punch. Not from Pure Power Mega Medicham. I did not build Coco that way. Coco was gonna die. Galvantula, it's a 50-50 whether it lives a bullet punch or not. I definitely know it was faster because it's Galvantula, but I don't think it lives a bullet punch at 35%. So once again, GG. The reason the commissioners chose this battle was mainly because of Logan's clever play. We both were vying to try to get the best position, and I ultimately made a couple of good predictions that put me in a position to come away with the win. But let's not take away the fact that Logan prepped really, really well for my team and had a couple of tricks up his sleeve that almost worked in his favor. But I came away with the 3-0 victory here in week 3. This week has been a wonderful, wonderful week for battles. Everyone coming up with new and crazy strategies. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. This has been Nate of the Baltimore Honchkrows, closing out another fantastic week of Pokemon battles. Week 4, instead of being 1 week, will be 2 weeks, as the United States does have the Thanksgiving holiday coming up this week. So we are giving coaches 2 weeks to get their battles done. So I will be releasing a weekly update for week 4. And I will say that the NPBF commissioners are working on a special video segment that I think everyone is going to enjoy. So stay tuned to the channel. As always, like and subscribe, and get the word out there. We are always looking for new battlers. We're always looking for veterans who want to try their hand at us. We're not super big right now, but I want to say the more we video, the more we battle, the more we get our name out there, I think we could become big. I really do. So thank you again, New Frontier, for the opportunity to host the National Pokemon Battle Federation. And thank you, viewers. You guys have a great night.